Around me, scores of people have arrived, being held back by the police, to watch this first incision into the Berlin Wall since it was put up on the night of 12th of August 1961. City engineers are...
The Berlin Wall came down in 1989. 6 months later, a German-born American businessman by the name of Frank Golsen possessed 2 pieces of it, which he eventually displayed at his business on 2865 Marine Drive in Mountain View. Now, concurrent with the recent sale of that business property, Frank's surviving son Robert and his family had decided to donate the sections of the wall to the city of Mountain View itself. Here is Robert explaining the basis of his pitch.
America, as it is even today, is a free country because we believed in freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And I think my dad's point in bringing the 2 pieces of the Berlin Wall was to remind not just Californians or Americans, but the world as to the specifics of why the wall went up. And it was really a division between 2 philosophies of how a country should be run. And I think for the city of Mountain View to have it, which my dad would actually love to have it, he would appreciate having the wall here at the city of Mountain View because that was the beginning of his success as a businessman.
The city accepted the donation with unanimity. So now what do you do with 2 pieces of a historic wall, one that says I love you in German, and the other with a drawing of Elvis Presley? Well, the city is turning things over to the Visual Arts Committee to figure out where to put it. Preliminary ideas are Pioneer Park, Charleston Park, the City Center near Town Hall, the Downtown Transit Center, and the Police and Fire Building.
The Visual Arts Committee purpose is to advise the City Council concerning public art. We are pleased to have the opportunity to advise and assist the Council on possible locations in our community for such a significant piece of art. I am not an artist per se, but I appreciate art to a very high and great degree, and I feel that culture and art within the city is the highest expression that a municipality can reach towards. And the farther it reaches, the greater the community is.
That's Christopher Parkinson, chair of the VAC, for short. The VAC's recommendation for a new site, which will come at the end of the year, boils down to 3 criteria: public visibility, security/safety, and aesthetics. Public visibility. Wherever you put those things, they'll be hard to miss, right? Both pieces are about 12 feet tall by 4 feet wide, weighing in at a total of 7 tons. Hold on a second. How did those massive blocks make it to Mountain View to begin with? Back to Robert talking about his father.
He had a contact that did a foreign exchange program between California and Germany. And after the wall came down, my dad was interested in actually bringing back 1 piece of the wall. So my dad, with my mom, made a trip to this yard where they had these huge pieces of the wall, and he specifically picked out 1 piece. And I can't tell you if it's the one that says "We love you" or if it was the one with Elvis Presley, but he paid to have it put on a shipping container and shipped over, and it came into the Port of Oakland, and then it was delivered to our site in Mountain View. And when we opened up the sea container, there was actually 2 pieces in there.
Okay, so Chris, where's this thing going?
Outside of my chair responsibilities, I personally believe that it needs a place that has a lot of public transits. The staff recommendations thus far of Pioneer Park seem to be an exceedingly good choice. An alternative would be City Hall, also the transit hub, simply because these other 2 places have a significant amount of public accessibility.
Okay, and safety refers to the preservation of the art itself from vandalism and other mischief, but Parkinson isn't too worried.
Mountain View is a pretty peaceful city. I would trust that our peaceful citizens will continue to be peaceful and find this to be of historical significance and not to be desecrating it simply because they don't understand what it represents. That is the power of the message that will go along with these blocks, and, all you got to do is read.
The current plaque reads, "A tribute to American resolve." The family desires the title plaque and reader board be used in the new installation as well as a marker for the donation party recognition. All that will come down to the VAC's decision, which will reflect the final location chosen. Pioneer Park is the frontrunner, but it's not a done deal.
I think that showcasing is an issue. That is my concern for the park, that it's not going to have a wide distribution of availability, and ultimately accessibility I think is greatest at the transit hubs. But then it becomes safety concerns, and then I really, really have to quantify the aesthetic. I don't think train riders want to be reminded of oppression every time they get off the train.
With that in mind, Parkinson believes aesthetics may be the deciding factor, leading to Pioneer Park because of its rich historic value.
Pioneer Park is a fantastic historical park, and it seems to be the only one that addresses all three concerns of safety, availability, and the aesthetic.
Wherever the Berlin Wall pieces end up, the city believes it will provide a rich piece of history and art and expects to treat the Golzan family's donation graciously.
This huge digger is angling itself alongside the Berlin Wall. It's swinging it around